Have you ever felt lonely? It's a feeling that can be overwhelming and difficult to understand, but you're not alone. Loneliness, my friends, is a universal experience. It's an emotion that has touched every heart at some point, from the bustling city dweller to the solitary mountaineer. It's as common as the air we breathe, yet its effects can be as diverse as the people it affects. You see, loneliness isn't just a state of mind, it's a profound human experience that can affect us physically, mentally, and emotionally. It's a silent epidemic, often hidden under the surface, yet its impact can be monumental. But here's the thing, acknowledging that loneliness is a shared experience can be the first step towards understanding and dealing with it. So, if you're feeling lonely, remember, it's not just you, it's a part of being human. Understanding the science behind loneliness helps in acknowledging it and finding ways to overcome it. Loneliness doesn't just affect your state of mind, it also has physical implications. But what causes it? Let's delve into the science behind it. Loneliness at its core is a biological signal, much like hunger or thirst. It's our body's way of telling us we need social interaction, a fundamental human requirement. When we're socially isolated, our brain structures like the amygdala, which governs fear and anxiety, and the prefrontal cortex, involved in decision-making, are significantly affected. Chronic loneliness can alter these brain structures, leading to heightened stress responses and lower cognitive abilities. That's not all. It can also have serious health repercussions. Did you know that prolonged loneliness can increase the risk of heart disease, speed up the aging process, and even lead to depression and cognitive decline? So loneliness is not just an emotional state, it's a complex condition that affects both the brain and the body. You might be wondering, how do you know if you're lonely? It's not always as straightforward as you might think. Loneliness can manifest itself in various ways. You might feel an overwhelming sense of isolation, even when you're surrounded by people. You might find your sleep patterns changing, either sleeping too much or too little. A constant feeling of fatigue, despite getting adequate rest, can also be a sign of loneliness. Loneliness isn't necessarily about being physically alone. It's about feeling disconnected, unseen, unheard. It's about feeling as if you're on the outside looking in, struggling to find a way to bridge the gap. It's about a lack of meaningful connections, not a lack of people. So if you find yourself feeling isolated, or if you can't shake off that constant fatigue no matter how much you rest, it might be time to consider if you're experiencing loneliness. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards addressing loneliness. So, what can you do if you're feeling lonely? There are several strategies that can help. One of the first steps you can take is reaching out to those around you. This could mean family, friends, or even acquaintances. Often, a simple conversation can make a world of difference. Another method to consider is joining clubs or groups that share your interests. This can provide a sense of community and belonging, which can significantly alleviate feelings of loneliness. Volunteering or contributing to a cause that you're passionate about can also offer a profound sense of purpose and connection. Sometimes loneliness can be a sign of deeper issues. If this is the case, it's important to seek professional help. Therapists and counselors are trained to help you navigate these feelings. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. There are resources available and it's important to utilize them. Loneliness is a common experience. You're not alone.